What's up, guys? Kevin here.
Lester.
We're just gonna make this one short and sweet. We don't really have much to talk about. End of the month is kind of come and gone, so now we're in the middle of the month. Not really shit to do.
That's actually weird.
Almost close to the middle. We're on it's almost the 10th, right? It's like the 9th or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're getting to the middle of the month. Not much to talk about at the moment. There's some VR stuff coming out. I'll have him talk about this anime series that he kind of got.
It's not an anime series. It's a Japanese series.
Is it live action?
Yes, it's live action.
Live action. If you remember Big Bad Battleborgs, that's what it reminds me of. But
Power Rangers, but this is actually the first that came out before Power Rangers.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
So,
but anyways,
he'll talk about that, and then I'll have him talk about releases coming up, and then I'm talk a little bit about the Flash and Arrow, which came out this last week, and then Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow, which has their first episode this weekend. So, go ahead.
All right. So for game releases, this coming up Tuesday are two big game releases. One is Gears of War. I can't speak today. Gears of War 4. So that's a really huge game release for everyone. I'm not personally a big shooter, but I think Gears has a really interesting storyline. To be honest.
Yeah, I like the Gears of War story a lot.
But
and I like that Marcus Phoenix is coming back. You know, even though it's his son's game, you're gonna find out about his dad.
Yeah.
Because it's 20 years after the original war.
Yeah, I still need to watch the gameplay of that, but I don't really personally like playing third-person shooters. I did play it once, but I was playing on my friend's account, and we were just messing around with his friends and everything. I got one lucky shotgun shot to the head, and that was my one highlight.
The best part's the chainsaw though, when you like fucking, and now in this new one you flip the chainsaw upside down and go through their legs and like split them in half.
Oh man, I debunked that. I debunked how it works.
Really?
Yeah, because like I explained like the mechanic of the gun doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So I was like,
because it would have to be a chainsaw that goes back and forth. It couldn't actually spin through. It would have to be one of those like what are those called, reciprocating saws or whatever, that just like go like this instead of actually spinning.
Yeah, but like this one actually spins because it actually shows that it's a chain link.
Yeah.
So I was explaining to my friend, this does not work. This gun cannot work.
There's no way it could.
There's no way it can because
at first it jammed off like a son of a bitch. Because the way it spins, it would suck all that shit into the...
Yeah.
Like any blood or bone fragments or anything is going to go into that gun part.
There's just no helping the design, but like it looks cool. I'll give it that.
Right.
It's really sick. I know like I saw two different versions of it, but they still look relatively the same.
It's 3:30. It's not too early for beer, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Early.
Just making sure.
But anyways, so I'm looking at the gun. This is my rant on Gears of War gun. Just only on that one. Just only on that one gun. It just didn't really make any sense at all.
The shotgun is pretty fucking OP though. Like it's way too powered.
Yeah, it's way too overpowered. But then again, shotguns are always overpowered.
And so are fucking sniper rifles. Obviously, it's one shot kill, but every gun's pretty much, if you're close enough, a one shot fucking kill.
Yeah, it's close enough. But like, except for like machine guns, except like.
Well, it takes 50 shots to even hit the person once. So, but it's funny. I was watching this Battlefield 1, which comes out in a couple weeks. That's another.
That's
another
game
this month.
Battlefield 1.
Which looks really fun because I like the old mechanics with the horse and the old tanks and biplanes because it doesn't have like here on the base we have the P1s and the fucking all those fucking jets. I can't remember all the names of them at the moment, but
yeah.
Like it's not like that. It's the fucking old biplanes where you can see the guy and for the machine gun to work, it's set up to the propeller so it never hits the fucking propeller.
It's
through it.
It's rotated. Something like that.
And it goes through. It's set up as the propeller spins or as the prop spins. It's set up not to hit it. But so it was talking about the helmets in it. And there's this one guy who had a sniper rifle and he's sniping at this guy like 6 shots in the helmet and it's just bouncing off the fucking helmet and shit. So
that's what's supposed to happen though.
That's maybe once. I think that helmet would be beat up pretty good if it gets hit 6 times with the fucking.
Yeah, I think 6 times.
Even an M1 carbine after probably a shot would drop it pretty good. That's funny. So, anyways, about the gun, what you're saying.
I already told my friend like how it's engineered in a way, because my friend's an engineer and he's like, yeah, it looks cool and everything. But I was like, yeah, well, you're an engineer. Here's the one flaw design. Because of the way the where you put your hand in.
Oh yeah, because it goes between.
Yeah, it goes between because it's a circular. It rotates like a chain link like on a bike, and then you got the trigger. which the teeth are like really right there on that knuckle guard, and then I'm just thinking, how does this work? Because the barrel is actually kind of right on top of the teeth, and it doesn't make any sense. And how
it doesn't look like it's wide enough for like
it doesn't
the
look
chain to go through.
And I'm just sure it's like pulled forward more because like it's like a huge hulking ass like shotgun machine gun dual type of the chainsaw added onto it. But at the same time, I'm just trying to think about it. Is this electric powered or is it gas powered? Because if it's gas powered, that's a problem. If it's electric powered, where are you
gonna put the battery though?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the gun, the top part's got all motion. If you know guns, you know there's always how a gun works. Releasing a chamber, for example, if you have a bolt action, it's up and back.
Yeah, it's up and back.
And then you chamber the round, you push it forward.
Yeah.
So anytime a gun does that, and it's even if it's semi-automatic or automatic, it's doing it itself. It still has to kick.
Yeah, it still has a kick.
So where you can't put the battery in the butt of the gun or in the handle of the gun because that's where the bullets go.
Well, not even then because the magazine is huge ass shit.
Oh, and it is a huge magazine too. Yeah.
That thing is huge ass shit. So like when you put it in, and I'm just still thinking like, how does the chain teeth not scratch the bullet?
IPAs are the fucking worst.
But yeah, I'm just thinking, how does this gun work? How does it physically possibly work? There's no way it has to physically possibly work.
So,
but it looks cool though.
Mythbusters. I know you're done now, but the next person who brings up a Mythbusters be like, "Hey, we got to make this fucking gun to see if we can make it work."
Or like,
there's got to be a way to do it.
There's got to be a way to do it.
You can make it almost like you get a backpack where it's then it's like a compressed air, and then it would work. Because then you just want a compressed air.
That would work, but then like...
Because there are other compressed air drills and stuff.
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Right? It's like fucking like a flamethrower, you're carrying around this big old...
defeats the purpose.
Somebody shoots the compressed air and you fucking blow up and shit.
Yeah, you're kind of done as soon as that's hit. I mean, but like, hey...
The rest of it's a fun game. I'm not gonna let you ruin it just because you told me about the gun, you dickhead.
Well, no, it's just that's just the one thing I don't like. It's like, well, the gun is cool and everything.
I love the story,
but like the mechanic to the gun is just kind of really flawed.
I almost walked away from it though because my two favorite characters died.
Aww.
Ty and Dom. I'd pour one out for you, but I don't waste beer. I'll just drink it for you.
I drink that. I am the ground.
Hey, I'm touching it. It's the same thing. Have a ground to the ground, but. So new releases, we got Gears of War, we got Battlefield 1, we got Final Fantasy, World of Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest Builders.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders.
There are a couple more.
Xenosaga
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Xenoverse.
Or Xenoverse, yeah.
Whatever it's called.
That's the end of the month.
I don't really. To be honest, I didn't really like Dragon Ball, or the entire series.
Well, I like Square, so.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I can do JRPGs all day. The Builder's more like Minecraft though, and I'm not a Minecraft fan, so I don't know if
but
I'm
you're gonna
get into
give
it.
it a shot, right?
No.
All right.
That's that was enough for me. The whole Minecraft I understand that it's a big game, but I just don't get it. I don't get. First off, there's no story to it. I like to play a story, even if it's my own story, where I can go into it and I know that hey, this is how it's gonna play out, but I can still do my own shit here instead of I'm building a fucking house. Yay! It's real fucking life. Let me go raise cattle and fucking hunt my wife and have 50 kids on the prairie. Fuck that, man. It's just... I just hump her and not have kids. Pass on the kids right now.
Alright.
I am getting old though. Probably shouldn't wait too long. But, I just don't get the whole building. Like Sims, Civ, which is another one coming out. Civ 5,
Civ
right?
6.
Civ 6, yeah.
6.
Comes out.
That's coming out.
I don't have the patience. Oh, your water's not flowing right. Your town's now losing people. Man, I'm not a fucking plumber, okay? I don't fucking or water management,
it's like the
perfect.
It's like the perfect game for like an engineer.
Well, I'm not a fucking engineer.
Neither am I. And yeah,
I can't do or teach.
I'm complaining about the engineering of a freaking gun in Gears of War.
There's some person watching this that's gonna watch this later on in life and be like, "Challenge accepted."
It's like challenge accepted. And
fucking make the gun.
It's like this. It's like really super huge. I'm like, so how did you get that to work? Did you use electric power or are you going gas power?
I'm not telling you, motherfucker. You're not ruining this.
It's like a ripcord on that.
Right. Fucking separate trigger. It's like one of those. Remember the toys where you pull the trigger and makes the shit spin? That's the good old days of no fucking power for kids because we'll lose our fingers.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
But let's talk about.
Oh wait, no, we also got some VRs that are coming up.
Oh yeah. Plus the not HD version, but updated version of Return to Arkham.
Yeah, that one too.
Coming out on PS4 and Xbox One.
Also, Titanfall coming out.
Titanfall 2 coming to PlayStation now.
Yay!
I like third-party shooters better than first-party shooters. I'm not an FPS guy. Like this whole Call of Duty Infinity War and even Battlefield to an extent. I just want to punch people in the dick. Some little kid. I fucked your mom last night. Well, I hope you had fun with that, motherfucker. I don't care. Fucking 12-year-old can't even get a boner, probably. Stupid idiot. I hate little kids. That's why I don't have kids. Anyways, go ahead.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk about my favorite series right now. It's Kamen Rider. I'm watching it with my girlfriend right now. And
Show them how the belt works.
So basically, this is actually a belt.
But he's too fat for it, so he had to jerry-rig it.
So I jerry-rig strings to it because this is made for children.
5-year-olds, yeah.
But hey,
I say I hate kids, but I got one right here.
Hey man, I'm a kid at heart. Surprisingly enough, this actually fits my girlfriend. Without the string.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She's really small. She's really tiny. So I was kind of a little bit pissed when
she all puts it on.
When she puts it on, I'm like, God dang it!
Fuck you, Lester.
Like this is stupid. So anyways, basically it's like a belt. Just put it on like so. Like my fat ass. I need a string. Put it on like so. Now for this Kamen Rider, it uses like these giant USBs, like these. And what you do, they come with sounds. And then what you do is it's color coded. So this is gold, this is silver. Gold tip right here and silver tip right here. Follow the line. Put them inside like so. And this is what my Kamen Rider does. Splits it open, and that's how he transforms. And then the thing goes on. I'll probably put a little link on a blog about it, but that's how it works. Also, there's also various ones, like this white one right here. Sitting like so. And there's two more other Gaia memories. That's what this series go by. But I can only get this. But I got this as a Christmas gift from my really good friend Jacob, who is in the Air Force right now in Missouri, and I hope he's surviving well in the cold. But yeah, so shout out to Jacob.
It's too fucking hot here in California. Way too fucking hot. I miss that first snow.
Hey man, welcome to California.
Welcome to California.
But that's just one of the riders I do like. There are other ones where they have different belts, but to a certain extent, from 1970 something up until like 1995 or 6 or something like that, they started using belts.
So was it like Power Rangers where they have new people take over the powers, or was it one guy throughout this whole show?
It's not one guy. It's one guy per show, so they each have different Kamen Riders. But I still need to go back and watch the first few ones in that series. It's called the Showa era, which is basically they're more like skilled fighters as opposed to like the Heisei, which is basically all the ones with the belt buckles and everything, where they're getting the power through them. They can fight with this.
So the other ones actually had their own power to an extent, like they were samurai or whatever, stuff kind of like that.
More or less samurais, but they're actually cyborgs or genetically enhanced humans.
But these ones aren't.
These ones are not. These are just like regular humans with belt buckles, and they gain power to fight. From what I like from the Showa era is that they all can actually fight. They all know how to fight. Like one of them at least knows karate. A few knows judo. So, but like in the newest, in the new 2000 era or Heisei era, as I want to say, some of them actually more or less do know how to fight. The other ones just kind of have the belt to actually fight.
So it's not like so Power Rangers. If you go back to the first season of Power Rangers in the United States, which a lot of people, you guys know that a lot more than this.
Yeah.
They actually, were martial arts trained.
Only 2 of them are. The other one was a gymnastics. The other one was just dance, and the other one.
Zach definitely knew martial arts as well as dance.
Okay.
Definitely knew martial arts.
Okay, you met.
Hey, you forget. I got an autographed picture of that guy right there, and it's our profile. Well, it was our profile picture for a while. So, I love Walter Emmanuel Jones, man.
I actually do want to meet him in my lifetime. I would like to.
That was one of the best Comic Cons I ever went to. It was really cool.
But I met the other Black Ranger, John Young Bosch.
Oh yeah.
So that was.
And he was one right after Zach, right?
Yeah, he was one right after Zach. Like he got.
They had the animals.
Yeah.
Green Dragon's still better than White Tiger, even though it's the same guy.
It's the same guy, but like, anyways, that's what I am currently watching right now.
Speaking of Power Rangers,
Oh yeah, I saw that trailer.
the new trailer came out for it.
Woo!
It's almost like so in this movie they're having it to where the kids are kind of in trouble, and so it's almost like Breakfast Club. They go to detention.
It kind of is like Breakfast Club.
If you really think about it, with the girls and the guys, and like they got in trouble, so they're in detention or whatever it is. They decide to do where they have to go to school with the losers or whatever the dad's talking about when he explained it,
Right?
And
Dang.
so it's interesting when you really think of it that way.
That's hilarious, actually. That's
And,
hilarious.
Uh,
Power Rangers Breakfast Club.
right? Like, I'm waiting for the kick-ass soundtrack to come out for it or whatever. But it looks really good. You should check it out. I can add a link to the trailer.
It's like
at the
all
end of
over
this video
YouTube
or
at
whatever.
this
But I mean,
point.
it's all over. If you're on Facebook, you've probably seen it already. But it's a lot different than that rated R version that came out. That was like a 10-minute episode with James Vanderbeek.
The unofficial.
Yeah, the unofficial one, which was fun, was really interesting. What's really cool about this is it shows Rita Repulsa going after the Pink Ranger and saying, like at the end of the trailer, she's like,
I
killed the first, maybe it was the Yellow Ranger, but she said something along the lines of, I've killed me a Pink or Yellow Ranger before.
I think she said I killed a Ranger before.
Is that what it was? And then she throws her against the wall or whatever.
No, it just kind of cuts right there.
It's really good. Check it out. I think Elizabeth Banks is going to be a pretty good Rita. It's a little bit different.
Rita Repulsa.
Oh, Rita Repulsa. Bryan Cranston, I believe, is Zordon, if I remember correctly.
Oh, they didn't show Zordon yet.
They didn't show it, but I think Bryan Cranston is playing Zordon. And I can't remember who's playing Alpha. It was the real popular person that's playing Alpha. I can't remember who it is, though.
Alpha 5.
But Alpha 5's the best, so... so that's enough on the Power Rangers. Go check that out, though. It looks really good. Iron Fist had a couple trailers come out for the Netflix series on that at New York Comic Con. I haven't got to see them yet, so I don't know what I think. Maybe I'll do a reaction video later. We haven't done reaction videos yet, but maybe I'll watch it and be like, what the fuck? Because to me, like, I really liked Daredevil and I really liked Jessica Jones, but, when I was only 3 or 4 or 5 episodes into Power Man, not Power Man, that's not what they call it. I think they call it, what do they call it? Luke Cage, right?
Yeah, just called Luke Cage.
It's just called Luke Cage?
Yeah, just called Luke Cage.
When I was watching it on Netflix, I was like, first off, the only time you hear the name Power Man is when the barber and him are in the back talking, and he calls him out when he picks up the fucking washer, like one-handed.
I still need to watch that series, actually.
You haven't got to watch it yet?
Is all of it out yet?
Yeah.
Right.
It was Netflix just did. It's just like Daredevil, where they released the whole season at once.
Alright, so I'll probably check that out maybe after my tournament. Because we're going into Thanksgiving, and I'll probably have like a whole day to watch it.
Yeah, but so it just wasn't my favorite compared to Jessica Jones and Daredevil, and I'm ecstatic for Punisher.
Yeah.
I really liked John Bernthal, who played Shane in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you watched Walking Dead or not, but
I more or less know of Walking Dead, but like
I like that you and I watch totally different shit, so we have different stuff to talk about. It's not just like I'm talking about it and then you're like, well, other than the Gears of War gun, but
that's just one complaint. Okay, that's just one complaint. But my girlfriend watches Walking Dead, but she gives me the lowdown of what happens and whatnot, and she also like goes on her rants and whatnot about Walking Dead and like gives me.
Well, she's pissed off about the cliffhanger.
Hell yeah, she was.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. It's probably my favorite character's gone down. I'm a big fan of Glenn, and I want him to be around to see his baby. But
even though Glenn was supposed to die like sometime
well, he
ago.
died. Spoiler alert. Book 100 of the comic book series. He got toasted, and how he got toasted was exactly how it's probably going to happen in this.
He's gonna beat the shit out of him.
Negan came out and said, I'm going to beat the fuckity fuck out of one of you guys, or whatever he says, and talking about it's going to be PP Pant City, and then he beats the shit out of Glenn. And I have a feeling there's going to be 2 people dying. I think Glenn and Abraham. I think Glenn's going to get his ass beat. Abraham's going to stand up to help him, and then it's going to get
Both
Abraham
gonna
killed.
die.
Yeah. So
Wait,
I mean,
I thought one of them was gonna get shot though.
oh, I'm sure Abraham. I don't know if they're going to do it with a baseball bat or if he'll get shot.
No, I think Glenn's gonna get baseball bat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But someone's gonna get shot.
Well, I say for sure, but really I don't know. It's not like I'm on the fucking set in Atlanta, but
unless you're getting secret calls,
right? Like,
you've been doing secret calls.
11 of you have watched our videos, and I'm fucking somehow high enough up with Walking Dead where they're telling
For
me
some odd reason, it's
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
just fucking, hey, we like your videos. By the way, you want to know who died? No, but
No, but thanks anyways.
no, I don't want to know. I was cool with the cliffhanger. I don't know, like that's the whole point of series. Like, giving me something to want to come back. You know, if they'd beat the shit out of Glenn in the last episode, I'd probably have been like, I'm done with the show. Because all my favorites die. Ashley hates it when I pick a favorite. Because every time I pick somebody and then she ends up liking them, they die. Every fucking time.
So you
Like,
just pick none.
Herschel was my first off, I love T-Dog.
Mhm.
I was a big fan of T-Dog.
You died.
Toast. Herschel. Toast. Dale. Toast. Glenn. Probably toast.
With extra butter.
Yes. Or blood. Whatever you want to look at. Because that looks... Like when you see in the... They had a new trailer come out for season 7.
Mhm.
And he grabs Rick, and he's Negan grabs Rick and starts pulling him into the RV, and you see the baseball bat, and it's just fucking dripping. Like, it's not just a little bit of blood; it's like just fucking oozing
red.
blood.
It's
Yeah,
just red.
it's fucked up. So I mean, I don't know how they're gonna film this,
How?
but or how they did film it, because I mean, they're gonna have to use a fake head, obviously, and those don't usually go over too well because it looks just so fucking fake.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have a way to do it, obviously, but
They're
I mean-
probably just gonna do do what they normally do, cut 2-person smacking.
well, that's how the season ended. You don't know who it is. All you see is through the eyes of whoever's getting beaten. You see the blood start dripping down the face,
Yeah.
and well, it's the camera, but
Yeah.
you know that you're as that person. And I mean, if they do that, I'm fine with it. But I don't know how that scene's going to play out. And there's rumors that in the comic book, Rick also got his hand cut off by the governor, which was, everybody remembers the governor way before Negan. In the comic book, he lost his hand.
He still has his hand.
And he saw his hand in the series, but
They
there's a line in the preview for season 7 where he's like, did he use a knife or a hatchet? Almost like it's foreshadowing,
That he lost his
because he
hand.
pulls Rick into the trailer, and then he's talking about, hey, what did he use when he killed dude or whatever, and it was like, oh, it was a hatchet or whatever. So it's almost like it's foreshadowing. He may lose his hand, and that'll throw a lot of people off, because when the creator was asked about that, he's like, well, it's just so hard for a TV series because you have to green screen it all the time.
Yeah.
Like Herschel's leg, they said it was a pain in the ass because he had to wear the green screen and he had to use the crutches, and I mean the hand may be a little bit easier than that, except for it's on screen more than a leg.
Yeah.
You can't just do a fucking headshot every time you look at Rick, So with Carl, it's easy with his eye being shot out because he just puts a patch over it like the governor did with his,
Right.
Even though it was a lot more gruesome and like this whole chunk was missing.
Show his cell phone.
Somebody forgot to mute their cell phone. Anyways,
Mute it.
so we talked about the game. Talked about, what's that called?
Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider.
Well, this one specifically.
Kamen Rider Gain, right?
No, this one's actually Kamen Rider W, my
W.
favorite one. This one is actually bicolor, but on the back it shows you like all the different combinations you can do. And he has,
Is there a Kamen Rider Gain that you've talked about before?
Yes, he's the one with fruits, which I do have.
He's the fruit one.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. We just talked about it last episode a little bit.
Yeah, we just talked. Oh, I talked like a lot about it.
Yeah.
But like that one actually, what I liked about the Kamen Rider series is that it's actually more darker than Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's like super dark. Think
Well,
about
Power Rangers is dark over there. We really kidified it over here in the
well,
US.
no, not when it came to RPM.
RPM was pretty hardcore.
RPM was really hardcore for its time.
Yeah, for sure.
They made it They made Power Rangers Terminator.
Don't drink IPAs. They are shit, man.
Why do you have it?
Because it's all we had in the fridge and it was cold. And
I
this
wanted-
was a cider beer, which is pretty good.
It was cold and I wanted a beer.
That's
One
fine.
kind of beer.
It's only my second beer today. Maybe if I drank a little bit more, it wouldn't be so nasty. But I like dark beers, man. I got some ambers in the fridge and shit like that. So.
Sorry, you're gonna drink amber.
Oh yeah, once we're done with this video, I'll probably drink some more.
Drink more.
I would drink scotch, but I left it at a friend's house. You know, because I got a fancy taste. You know, $60 bottle of scotch, which is actually cheap for a bottle of scotch. But, so talked about that. Oh, we're going to talk about the CW series. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also started, and I've watched it, but I'm more of it.
You're more DC than...
Obviously, there's way more DC up here than Marvel. Nothing against Marvel. I like it. We do have two. Marvel and Marvel.
And then Marvel.
Well, we got DC, DC.
And then...
And then Star Wars.
And then Lucas.
Which I really like Star Wars better than Marvel. And then I got the Day That Stood Still and War of the Worlds. So that's just showing my sci-fi side. But then I got The Division, some more Battlefront, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's one of the coolest fucking drawings of all time. I love that drawing.
I'm actually surprised that like TMNT was actually a darker series as opposed to like from what I grew up with being a lighthearted series.
But now this one on Nickelodeon's way too kiddie.
Well, Nickelodeon kind of did.
Yeah, it's just way too.
They kind of dumped it down.
And Jason Biggs as a Power Ranger is just weird because he goes from American Pie where he's fucking a pie to. Now he's the voice of whichever one. I think he's Raphael maybe or Leonardo. I can't remember who he is, but it's like just really weird. Anyways, so the CW, the Flarrowverse, as a lot of people call it, because the Flash Arrow crossover.
Wait,
Flash.
It's called Flarrowverse.
Flarrow, yeah, FL Arrowverse. Because originally it was just Flash and Arrow, and because they cross over, it's one universe, so that's why they call it that.
But it's not called the Arsh.
The Arsh.
The Arshverse.
The Flar. The Flarrowverse.
The Flarrowverse.
Flarrowverse works enough, but. Anyways, this week we get our first episode of CW's Supergirl, which, if you remember last season, it was on a totally different channel.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe it was on NBC, maybe? I don't remember what station it was last year. NBC was one.
Yeah, but like it was ABC, but they just aired it on a different channel.
No. Was it ABC that it was on?
It was strictly on ABC because they hold more TV shows.
Yeah, but ABC does like the Marvel stuff.
Is it the Marvel stuff that they do?
Because ABC is owned by Disney.
True.
Who owns Marvel.
True.
So I'm thinking NBC is what Supergirl was on. I watched the whole season and I can't fucking tell you what channel it was on.
Are you sure it's not on CW?
It is now.
It is now.
That's what. So how they're bringing this all together is if everybody watched Supergirl last season, there was an episode where the Flash, when he was doing his time travel, he goes interdimensional, which is something the Flash can do. And he ends up in Supergirl's universe, and we have our crossover. But it was on a totally different channel, so it was, a lot of people didn't think it was going to happen. Well, now, because Flash went back and saved his mom at the end of last season, we now have a Flashpoint circumstance, which I think this next episode that comes out this week is Paradox, is what it's called. So we're in this Flashpoint paradox where in the last episode, Flash decides he's not going to fix things. He's going to put it back how it was with his mom dying and everything.
He's going to kill his own mom.
Says goodbye to his parents. Lets that play out with the Oberyn bond.
Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this this really short meme that went around?
The Batman one?
No, it was everything is better with. If it was made in the Philippines.
Oh no!
Have you not seen that? It's the most funniest thing I've seen. I understand it, but like.
Well, you're Filipino. So.
Yeah, but like it's funny though because they did a Flash one.
Oh, did they?
Where it was what was the Black Flash name again?
Zoom.
Yeah, they had Zoom, and then he kills his father. It's
like,
no, you all suffer as I did, and then like they played this Filipino song, this dramatic Filipino song.
Oh, while he's doing it.
It's just so funny.
Yeah, I've seen the meme going around now where a lot of that shit's happening. They're putting Celine Dion's.
Celine Dion. Everything's better with Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Love Heroes.
Yeah, exactly that one. That's funny. I've been seeing that one. So
that was actually a really funny one too.
So, but anyway, so they went back. He let it, but now there's a paradox because he goes back. He fixes everything how it was, but now things are still fucked up.
It's even worse.
Which, yeah, it's now Joe and his daughter don't talk. Iris, who. If you watched this last season, you know how the Flash played out in season 2, which was amazing. It's probably my favorite TV show at the moment. Well, never compared to Jericho. If you don't know what Jericho is, watch it on Netflix. It's only 2 seasons, really good. I've talked about it several times. Post-apocalyptic United States. 23 nukes went off throughout the country. It's really good. Watch it. Skeet Ulrich, she's awesome. Oh, and Lenny James, who's Morgan in The Walking Dead, is a main character in Jericho. So if you like Lenny James, check it out. So anyways, going back to how this plays out, now Iris is not talking to her dad. That's the end of the last episode. The new episode comes out this week. Supergirl, the crossover. The universes aren't coming together, but somehow there's a crossover episode that's going to have Flash, DX bitches. Suck it. No, it's going to have the Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Green Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and then Supergirl crossing over.
So we're getting Justice League, but not Justice League.
Justice Society of America.
We're getting that.
Which Legends of Tomorrow is actually bringing the JSA from the future into that. So it's interesting how they're doing it, and I think Legends of there's rumors that Solomon Grundy's going to be in this season of Legends of Tomorrow. Yes, I'm pretty stoked about that. He's undead, big old dumb zombie guy. It's either going to be him or the rumors him or Hyde, which if you know Jekyll and Hyde, Hyde's the big monster version of Jekyll, and DC has a version of Hyde. So we'll see. I mean, it could be Hyde.
Could be.
But I'm really hoping for Solomon Grundy.
You just know it's just a really huge guy.
Yeah, badass dude that's trying to beat up Adam. Which, if you don't know who the Atom is, he was also Superman. Brandon Routh, he played Superman in Superman Returns, which a lot of people bashed, but it was just the story I think was more bad. I think Brandon Routh was a good Superman. I thought he did all right. The story sucked butthole.
This is the current one or the previous?
The one with Kevin Spacey. The one where he drops the crystals in the ocean and the big city forms, and he's trying to turn ocean into land so he can build more properties and shit like that. So the newest one's Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay.
So the one right before Henry Cavill, well, not right before, 2008 or whenever it came out.
So this is the one before the dude who did his own stunt died? That's Superman?
No. So there's George Reeves, who was black and white on black and white television.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeves, who was Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3.
From the 1970s.
Yeah, the older version of the movies. 1980s, I believe.
Yeah.
Then there was, and there's more than this. These are the ones I can think of. There's Lois and Clark: The Adventures of Superman, which is Dean Cain.
That was like 1980 something, right?
That was in the 90s.
That
was close to the same time as The Flash came out. Where if you watch this Flash series, Flash's dad, in real life, played the Flash in the 90s. It was only like a season and a half. It got canceled. But it was really good. I love
that's actually a really interesting Easter egg, actually.
Yeah, it's
like, hey, I was the Flash before you.
And what's cool in this, he's actually Bart Allen. I remember, if I remember correctly, that's his dad's name is Bart. And if I remember, Bart Allen was also he was a Flash.
They're all like the same Bart.
Yeah, but he in the series he plays a Flash from an alternate Earth, so he's still playing the Flash even all these years later.
He's not Flash.
Like so many years later, he's still playing the Flash. It's interesting. It's fun. And Kevin Smith is doing a great job. A lot of people bash Kevin Smith for what he's doing story wise, but how he's intercepted the Flash. And if you remember the episode I'm talking about, it has Jason Mewes in it, and his name was Drake in iZombie, but there was a character that he could change himself into metal and shit like that. Really big old dude. He comes back as a zombie, and he's terrorizing Barry's in the Speed Force, trying to get his powers back. So if you've seen that episode, you know what I'm talking about, because Jason Mewes is in it, and his mom's Hummer gets the door ripped off, and it's a funny scene. So Kevin Smith's doing a really good job. He's doing a couple episodes this season, so I'm interested to see that. So Flarrowverse, the Arrow also started back last week. Diggle's no longer with the team. He's off doing his own war thing. They're starting almost to do like Batman did with Robins. They got a couple people coming in to try out to be on the superhero team. Unfortunately, Felicity is still there, and she's the fucking worst. I cannot stand her. I wish they would kill her off on the show because she sucks. And
that also reminds me when speaking about killing off characters. You remember the series Sleepy Hollow, right?
Oh yeah.
Because my girlfriend hates that series now because
they killed off Abby.
They killed off Abby. So just to make room for a new character for Ichabod to fall in love.
And what's funny is they didn't even know that it was going to be renewed. They did that without knowing, and they did go ahead and decide to renew it. So now the main character is going to be Ichabod and Abby's sister. Only they're not going to fall in love because Abby's sister is with the other guy who stole the relics, steals relics and shit. So, but my favorite character from that died in the first episode. I love the sheriff. And then the fucking horseman takes his head off like 5 minutes into the show, and I'm like, I fucking love this guy. And but he's in what show is he just in?
Oh, you have like the best habit of picking the best characters.
I think he's in Luke Cage. He was a military guy. Yes. The sheriff is now a bad guy in Luke Cage that's running the drugs and shit. And Luke Cage goes and talks to him. So yeah, so he's still doing something else, but he's a bad guy now, and I don't like him in Luke Cage. Except for I like him because he's a good actor. Sorry about the knife hands. The military stuff never leaves me. I can't help it.
You got rebuilt.
Yeah.
You're right. As
he's bigger. He's better. He's stronger. But
now he's bad.
Yeah, now he's a bad guy. But so yeah, my favorites just die all the time. Luke Cage, I was a big fan of Cottonmouth. Then they kill him and Diamondback comes in. Spoiler, sorry. Bad guys, in superhero stories never last very long. You don't know how he died, and that's all that matters. So anyways, going to Arrow, it doesn't seem like there's been too much difference from it doesn't seem like Flashpoint has really affected it just yet. I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know how the story's going to go along because there's only been one episode. I hope they do show something. Felicity's now some other dude. They didn't say who he was. It's some nerd guy she was talking to, so we'll see how that plays out. But the Flarrowverse, Legends of Tomorrow is Thursday. Supergirl starts tomorrow, Monday night. When I release this, it'll probably be Monday, so it'll be that evening. So it'll be tomorrow. So Supergirl Monday, Flash Tuesday, Arrow Wednesday, Legends of Tomorrow Thursday. Bring Constantine back, put it on Friday, CW. Do it right now. Because Constantine got canceled, and I was really pissed off about that because it was really good. So that's enough on the Flarrowverse.
That reminds me of movies. No, movies I'm looking forward to? I'm actually looking forward to Mona.
Which one's that one?
It's
the new Disney Pixar.
Yeah, I'm actually
with The Rock playing Maui.
Hey man, I'm actually looking forward to it. I actually want to check it
Pacific Islander, imagine that.
out. Hey man.
Culture check. Culture check. Let me know if I can say that. No, we're military. We deal with a lot of Hawaiians, so I mean I could understand. There's a lot of people.
We're in California. We're like right there from Hawaii.
Well, I don't really know that there's a right there anywhere in Hawaii, but
we're like right there.
Isn't Japan like closer to Hawaii than we are?
It's like right there and then right there.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah. So, but no, it looks good. There's so much PC bullshit nowadays. We won't get into politics, but the political correctness. They put the costumes of the characters out. And a lot of women said it was sexist and it's racist.
Mona?
Yes, because she wears the traditional Hawaiian garb in the movie. Pacific Islander garb, whatever it is. It's like the designs and stuff.
But yes, I know where you're getting at.
It's racist and it's sexist.
How?
The Rock's in a fucking grass skirt.
How is this racist or sexist? First off,
that's the PC police, It's a Pacific Islander's totally cool with it, but some fucking white hippie from Kansas can't handle it. Tell me how that works. I'm not a fucking hippie. I just have a better beard than them.
Not this guy.
No, there's nothing you're going to say that's going to hurt my feelings. Nothing at all. If you do, I'll just punch you in the dick anyways. So,
dick puncher.
Anyways, I think that's going to be our episode for today. This is our shortest one, I think, at 40 minutes. So we still talk too fucking much. Anyways.
No, we just explain our BS about a gun too much.
Way too much. Still my favorite gun in the game.
It's cool looking, just looks wrong.
Still kills shit. Cuts their dicks off.
Yeah, now you can go upwards instead of the normal slash.
Flick that shit upside down and go through. Gears of War 4 looks really good. Don't let him dissuade you from getting the game.
No. It's a really good game. Just the gun's kind of it's awkward to me.
And plus, Marcus Phoenix is coming back, the main character from the original. He's probably going to die, which is going to drag the story on, which is probably going to piss me off, but whatever. Why is the microphone all the way over there?
Because we're losers.
I hope this has worked. Anyways,
if we can't hear us, then we need to do a better episode.
And it won't be today because we ran out of time. But anyways, I'm Kevin.
Lester.
We're out of here.